story about a woman and a sailor who get married, and then right after they get married, Willie Taylor, the sailor, has to go off to sea, and she misses him so much that a year after he leaves, she dresses up like a sailor, because women couldn't be sailors back then, and sails off. So she dresses up like a man, and then there's a fight on the ship, and she's exposed so they can tell that she's a woman, and the captain's like, "Why are you here?" And she says, "I'm looking for my husband." And he says, "Oh, well, if you wake up tomorrow, we're gonna be in this certain town. If you wake up tomorrow and you look out, you'll see him with another woman." And so she does that. She wakes up the next morning and she ends up shooting both Willie Taylor and his new wife. And then the captain hears that she did that, and he makes her like the captain of another ship, the commander of another ship, and she sails for the rest of her life doing that. So, yeah, it's an interesting song for sure. It's very, it's pretty morbid, but it's definitely interesting because the woman ends up kind of taking a man's position at the end, which is not always common back then. So it's kind of I don't want to say powerful story because it's definitely not a positive thing, but it's just a very unique song because generally she would probably go to jail or something, but I don't know. Yeah, she ended up being this cool commander, so.
Bright morning stars are rising. Bright morning stars are rising. Bright morning stars are rising. Day is a breaking in my soul. Oh, where are our dear mothers? Oh, where are our dear mothers? They are down in the valley praying. Day is a breaking in my soul. Oh, where are our dear fathers? Oh, where are our dear fathers? They have gone to heaven shouting. There is a breaking in my soul. Bright morning stars are rising. Bright morning stars are rising. Bright morning stars are rising. Day is a breaking in my soul.
I found that from Emmylou Harris, but I think we've all heard, or maybe not, but I had heard it a lot at like these campouts that we go to. It's just generally kind of a song people sing together, you know. You can sing whatever part you want. It's a pretty repetitive song. It's pretty simple. It's kind of like that song, Down to the River to Pray. Yeah, so it's kind of generally the same thing. And it's classic. It's like, it's traditional, so it's a classic, like, old-time hymn. So we just thought it would be really nice to sing. And then I think we thought Annie's voice would really, like, resonate super well with that song. Mm-hmm. And then generally Ruby sings a lot lower than I can sing, and I can sing a lot higher than they can sing. So then it goes like me high, Ruby's low, generally.
Yeah, and so the range of like our voices really impacted it. So
Yeah.
as long as we have someone in the middle, then we figure out who would be able to more sing high or low. So there's a lot of thought and time that's put into each or like arrangement and stuff. And so it takes us like sometimes a while to figure it out, but we know each other like well enough that we can figure out and know each other's voices.
Yeah, and that's another thing, like, I don't think people see a lot of times, like, how much energy it takes to form, like, harmonies and good arrangements, and, like, how much it changes, too. Like, if you've been playing a song for a while, like...
Keep the audience interested, but also the musicians performing it interested, because if you aren't excited about what you're playing, it's not very interesting to listen to. So we want to make sure we're always, like, kind of changing it up and stuff, have variation in it, and so that's how I felt. That's how we kind of figured out, oh, maybe Ruby should sing melody on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Structure of a harmony is really the 1, the 3, and the 5. And generally, in an old time genre, the melody is the 1, and then there's, and I mean like the 1 in a chord, like the first note, and then the 3 and the 5 are the 3rd and 5th notes. So that's generally how we structure our harmonies. But and then we go to range, so we kind of acknowledge these are the harmonies, who's gonna sing what.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we all do a pretty good job of just kind of hearing the harmonies when the melody is being, like, we're listening to the melody. And yeah, that's
There's also like certain aspects to a song that makes it like interesting, and I think we know each other well enough that like, oh, Ellie's voice would sound really good on this one, or Ruby's voice, since it's like for some reason it sounds much better on this. And like I think we're able to kind of know our voices well enough that we can figure out who would sound best on which part, and then that kind of shapes how we pick our harmonies. And I think that's a big part of it, that we just know each other well. We kind of know what our voices can like handle in a way, and also like what they would sound best doing.
Yeah, and then another thing is, like, we, for a long time, like, Annie wasn't singing lead on very much, and so, like, we really want to make sure that everyone has, like, an equal amount of, like, leading parts in a song, or, like, leading, or, like, singing lead on a song in a set, or whatever, and just making sure that everyone gets a chance to shine, I guess. So that's, like, usually how we choose, like, melodies, or, like, who's going to sing
like
what.
right now we're trying to find a bunch of songs for Annie, because
Yeah.
she only has like 2
Yeah.
right now. So yeah, that's what we're doing.
Okay. I'm Annie. I'm 14 years old. I go to Nova Middle School, and I'm in 8th grade.
I'm Ruby Neatherlin. I'm 15 years old. I go to Olympia High School, and I'm in 10th grade.
My name is Ellie Davis. I'm a junior at Olympia High School, and I'm 16.
Ellie was like, guys, let's make our name the Sasafras Sisters. And you're all like, why? And she was just like, I don't know, I just thought it sounded cool. Like, I just liked it. And we just decided to keep it.
Yeah, so I guess it was just kind of like a childhood memory, and so we kind of wanted to be like original because we are kids, so we wanted it to be creative and kind of like, you know, bring together who we are, and I think the Sassafras Sisters is a great way to like bring us together as a band.
And the dads call us the Sassy Ass Sisters, so that works too.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. We're definitely that. We're definitely sassy, so that fits us well. And I think I chose it mostly just because it sounded like old-fashioned, really, and that's the music we play. It's old-fashioned, so.
Yeah.
Awake, awake, you sleepy desert. Awake, awake, is the coming day. Stick your head out of the window and see what your true lover says. Some our head out of the window and see what your true lover says.
I was 4 years old, and then I sort of picked up bass like 2 to 3 years ago, because I just wanted to change. Oh yeah, I played mandolin actually for like a few years in between then. But but yeah, I picked up bass a few years ago, and I really liked it, so I just stuck with that.
Yeah, I started playing fiddle when I was also 4, so I've been playing for 10 years now, and I think I just stuck with it. I think I started fiddle because my sister did. Ellie started off playing fiddle, and I was inspired by that, and then like I think I just continued, and I still love it, and I just love the feeling of playing it, and I've had a lot of teachers that have been really inspirational to me and seen a lot of amazing fiddle players, and so ever since I was really young, I just really wanted to keep playing, so I've stuck with it for 10 years.
I also started playing fiddle when I was 4, so we all started out with that. Annie is the only one, even out of the Bow Weevils, Annie is the only one who stuck with the original instrument. I started playing guitar, I guess, 3 years ago, and but I continued playing fiddle, just a little less often. And Annie definitely surpassed me in fiddle several years ago, and she's just this amazing fiddler. But yeah,
Thank you.
and yeah, so guitar, fiddle, played mandolin for a little bit as well, and I do like playing banjo once in a while.
I just feel like, in a way, like when I'm holding my fiddle and just like playing it, I think it feels like one like part of my body, and I think I've been able to play it for so many years that it just like feels like it flows, and I like how it adds to like playing with Ellie and Ruby. I feel like fiddle is a nice component to a band that adds, that can back up between singing, and just I think it's there to support the singer but also take solos, and I just like how like diverse it can be and all the different ways you can use it in a band, and that has always really intrigued me, and when I'm able to do that, I just feel really good, and getting able to play with Ellie and Ruby and just play fiddle in the band, it just makes me feel really good overall, and so I love it.
And I don't know if I will ever like perform or be in a band, but I definitely will continue to play. I want my kids to play really badly, and maybe I'll teach it to kids when I'm older. I don't know, but I definitely want to stay with this until the very last minute before I go to college. So
Yeah, me too. I think just being in a band with Bow Weevils and Sassafras is just an amazing experience, and I want to try and continue it as long as possible until they both go in, like into college and stuff. And I always said like I always wanted as a kid to be able to like I touched the microphone, but I as like since a very young age I've always looked at all the faculty at like the Festival of American Fiddle Tunes and like at Old Old Time, our own festival in Olympia, and just like seeing the amazing musicians, and I've always wanted to kind of be in their spot and be able to pass my knowledge of music on to other people, like other groups of people, and I think just seems amazing. And so in the future I think that would be an awesome opportunity to teach teens or something like that. But I don't know. I don't really have a future planned out. I don't think any of us do, but just I really want to continue playing music because it's an amazing experience and it's really shaped who I am, and also try and pass on my knowledge and experience as I get older to younger people.
Yeah, I definitely want to keep it going until very last minute, like they're saying. But in terms of like our style, I don't really know where it's going. I think like right now we just sort of like choose the songs we like and what we want to do, and I think that's important to keep in mind, that we like it's good not to just like limit yourself to one genre, and I think it's cool that we can like play different types of music, and I want to keep that going. But yeah, definitely this whole experience of playing music like from such a young age and then like keeping it going is super important and so unique, and we are really, really lucky to be in the position that we are, because not many kids get to do this. So.